Have you ever ate a grape direct from the plant? Best way to eat them. And as I turn around, there's a bird in here. Hi, welcome back to Gray's Gardening. My name is Gray. I'm an amateur gardener. We're all amateur gardeners. So today I'm back down at the plot. I've been away in Turkey, had my 2 weeks family holiday there. Absolutely fantastic time, and thank you for all the lovely comments that you've posted on that last video I did a couple of weeks ago. So thank you very much. If you are new around here, please do subscribe. Every subscriber helps. I've just surpassed 320 subscribers now, so I'm trying my best to get to 400. So every new subscriber really helps. So hello and welcome everyone. Today I am here to tidy up. Being away from the plot for so long, it really has got a little bit overgrown, so lots of jobs to be getting on with. But before I do, I'm going to give you a quick tour. I'm going to show you how the figs have been getting on, and we're potentially going to get a second harvest of figs this year. Not sure if we will, but we're going to check it out. I'll show you my melons, how they've been getting on. They're probably the best harvest I've ever had this year, but still going strong. The grapes, as you can imagine from the thumbnail, exactly what this video is all about. I'll be showing you the pumpkins, which have all ripened, and also the tomatoes, which are all going strong. Today I've got plenty of jobs to be getting on with, so I'm going to be tidying up the kiwi vines, which have been well and truly strangled by the bindweed, that horrible climbing binding weed that grows on every single person's plot. I'm going to be taking some fig tree cuttings. There'll be softwood cuttings to make some new fig trees for next year. I'm going to be potting on the grapevine cuttings that I took about 6 weeks ago. They have now all rooted, so I'll be showing you that. Part way through the video, there's a little visitor to the greenhouse, so please stick around. You'll see who that is. That was quite unexpected. And I'll be trying out my new speed mowing trick, so stick around to check that out. Let's get going, let's show you around the plot. Okay, so my fig tree gave us an abundance of figs this year. Really big, probably about the size, some of them about the size of a small apple. But what fig trees tend to do is they give you 2 lots of fruit per year in warmer climates. Now this is now covered in figs again. These are the new figs. Now in the UK it probably won't be warm enough for long enough now for these to ripen, and the guidance is to take them all off. You literally pick off these, and you can see they're still rock hard. They probably won't ripen, and if you take them off now, it just allows the plant to put more energy into the actual tree itself, ready for the harvest and the fruits next year. But because they're so far along, and some of them really are quite big, I'm going to leave them for a bit longer. I'll give them till the middle of October, and let's just see if they do ripen up and see if we can get a second harvest of figs, which would just be fantastic. Okay, I dug out some more banana trees, which was the babies that grow around the bottom. They're taking quite well. The blackberries still coming strong. Absolutely tons of them. As you saw before, the banana trees still got another month or so left in these, I think. These are the Musa Bajju. Quite hardy in the UK. I do wrap them up. I chop them back, wrap them up each winter, and as you can see, they just keep multiplying. And there's another one this side. There's 2 babies, which I'm just going to leave in this year. And these are the big leaves that just keep coming through the middle, and then they open up into these big giant leaves. Let's have a quick look inside the greenhouse. Still getting lots of tomatoes, still getting lots of nice grapes. In fact, these are probably some of the biggest I have ever had. Very juicy, but still getting the red cherry tomato. Coming over to this one, lovely big beefsteak tomato. I think I might take that home later, have that with a bit of mozzarella. We've got the little yellow cherries. They're nice, but the red ones were nicer, so I'll be doing extras of them next year. This tomato plant did not send out any trusses until weeks and weeks after the others, but then they've all ripened now, so I just left it. And there we go, a load of yellow tomatoes still to be picked. I have 3 dangling melons, not a bad size. I'm going to leave them on a bit longer because they haven't ripened yet, but as you can see, there they are. I think that one's beginning to ripen, it's just the skin beginning to change, and there's another one, so they're not bad. But I've got one that has ripened. Oh, and as I turn around, there's a bird in here. Sorry, Mr. Blackbird, what are you after? I think I'm going to have to try and get him out. I'm hoping Mr. Blackbird is going to fly out. Come on, I'm outside the greenhouse. Surely he can now go that back through the door where he came in from. Come on, fly that way. There you go, there you go. Way, it worked. Where are you? Okay, so back in again. And when I came into the greenhouse today, the smell in here of this ripe melon was pretty overwhelming. And it's one way to know when a melon is ready. You can literally smell it direct from the skin. That is perfect, so sweet. And okay, not huge, but that'll be absolutely delicious. Can't remember, oh, the Melba melon, that one. So one of my last ones, I think. Although, one more here, was, you know, next to my finger, and not exactly huge. But might get one more. They're not bad. We've still got a few more tomatoes this side. I've got some chilies. They finally ripened. The plants took a very, very long time to grow. Some ripe, some not ripe, but they're actually a bit too spicy. So I need to give them away, I think, because they're too spicy for me. And we've got some more chilies at the back, looking quite nice then. And finally, my ginger plant grew. So it's quite big now. And more and more and more bunches of grapes. Have you ever ate a grape direct from the plant? Best way to eat them. Coming over to the soft fruit bed. Got some nice autumn raspberries that haven't quite ripened yet. But I have been eating some of them. They're the gooseberries which are finished. They're the yellow autumn raspberries. Have some of them. And then just towards the back of the plot, I've got my pumpkins, which are all ripe now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're not bad. You know, they're not a bad size. So I'll leave them on. I grow these for Halloween for the kids. And I'll wait till I've harvested them, and then I can tidy up all of these beds. There is one more vine that still seems to be growing quite well, although I don't know what it's going to do. We've got some new pumpkins in here. Going along this way, there's one. I don't know whether they're going to grow or not, but there's quite a few of them. We shall see. What's in there? Yeah, another one. Oh, funny shaped one. Okay, so let's get cracking on with some jobs. So I've recently just discovered a new way to mow the lawn in literally seconds. It's called speed mowing. Watch this. And you simply just click your fingers like this, and just like that, it's done. Easy peasy. new speed trick. Absolutely fantastic lawnmower this, really recommend it. It's a battery operated one, so cordless, means I can bring it down to the allotment. It's a Bosch 36 volt brushless motor, long life, whatever all that means. 40 litres on the back, really lightweight. Got 1, 2, 3, about 6 different height settings. Couldn't recommend it enough. If you do want one, I'll put a link to it in the description below. It'll be an Amazon affiliate link, so if you do buy one from following that link, it really does help the channel. So next to me here is my kiwi vine, the kiwi Jenny. But I've noticed since I've been away, it's absolutely been strangled by bindweed. Every gardener's nightmare. It just gets everywhere. As you can see, it wraps itself around. It's probably choking it. So I'm going to clear all that off. Luckily, as you pull it, it generally comes away quite easily. But you've got to be careful you don't damage your plant if you pull it too hard. So I'm just going to try and get some of that off. Try and find the end. You can see there's the end of my kiwi vine. I'll just have to unravel some of this. So I'm gonna strip off as much as I can. I'm gonna weed all around this bottom area, and then hopefully I might even be able to tie him up on there. I want him up in this corner. Hope you can see that. Going up that way, and then he can eventually climb along there. So kiwi vine is basically a vine that likes to climb. There's a new little rhyme. Okay, so all weeded, bindweed removed. I've managed to put these nice little clips on in there, if you can see them. Fed the vine behind it, and then I need to attach this on a little bit better. I've just put a few nails up there for now, and then gradually, like with any vine, it's a climber. It will start to perhaps wrap its way around there, go up that way, maybe it'll go up there. We've got this piece, you can see that, maybe he'll go along that way, but much better than it was before. Just spotted my other kiwi vine. In fact, you can't even see it. It's covered in bindweed too, so I'm going to clear all that one as well. That's the one I put in the spring this year, which if I don't clear that and clear all this, he will sadly die. So that's the other kiwi Jenny, which means the two of them together should hopefully produce some kiwis next year. So I've been told you do need two kiwi vines to produce any fruit. Okay, now the kiwi can get some light again. Bindweed removed, lots of nettles removed, lots of nettles stung me. Great fun, but no, there it is. There is the other kiwi Jenny. This is literally next to the fig tree, so I may have to prune that slightly because it's in a bit of a shaded spot now. I'll have to take some off the buddleia, and just behind there is a contoniaster, which is sprouting through also. But anyway, for now, kiwi Jenny has much more light, and hopefully will begin to climb up the canes once again. Okay, so a couple of months ago I took some grapevine cuttings, literally just went around the vine looking for some side shoots, followed them down to the base, and if I decided I didn't like where it was coming out from and I didn't want that to be part of the structure going forward, I literally just snipped them off. Okay, so here is an example of that, what I did a couple of months ago. Here is a side shoot, and all you do is trim off the lower leaves. I normally leave a couple on, so we've now something like that. Get some really gritty free draining compost. This is seed and cutting compost, so it's really gritty, doesn't hold the water well, but that's really good for your cuttings. And all you do is take the cutting, and I tend to just pop it down the side of the pot, as you can see, water it in, and then leave it for at least a couple of months. So here is what I did a few months ago, and there's 6 cuttings in here now. You can tell just by looking at them, we can see all this new growth. They literally started off like the others, and if you can see, There's basically the base of the cutting, and all this is now new growth. So I know that they have taken well, and if I turn it over, hopefully you can see that there is lots of roots coming out the bottom. So let's move that out of the way, don't need that. And I'm just going to empty this out and see what each one looks like. Here we go. So now it's come out. We can see each of the individual plants now. Here's one. It's got its own root system. Every one of them is its own individual plant. And the roots are coming out from all kinds of different angles. So it's literally, you can be a bit rough with this. Give it a good shake, separate those roots out. These two have grown into each other. There we go. They are now two brand new grapevines. And all I have to do now, so put some fresh compost in the pot. This is our multi-purpose John or Inez, however you say it, multi-purpose peat-free compost. So plenty of goodness in that. Make a little hole in the middle. Hopefully you can see. Bit of a hole there. And here is our new grapevine, plenty of root on that. It's coming out of the top, out the bottom. So you want to make sure you plant it nice and deep so all those roots can go in. Just pop him in like that. Nice and central in the pot. Give him lots of room. And here we have it. 2 months ago, cut off a few side shoots, and now we have a brand new grapevine. And this one is the green seedless Lakemont variety, and you don't even see in the background or from well, you've seen from this video alone how many grapes it produces, and my grapevine's only a few years old, so I would say that will be producing its own grapes in, I don't know, 2-3 years time, maybe 2 years I think, to have its first ones. So I'm just going to do exactly the same with each of these, separate them off. There we go, that's as easy as it is. And I think out of the seven cuttings I took, that's the only one that didn't. So 6 out of 7, not too bad. Okay, so there you have it. 6 brand new grapevines, simply from 10 minutes work, trimming off the existing vine and planting them in the soily compost. Wait a couple of months and you've got your own brand new vine, which can be passed on to family, friends, or moved wherever you want. And I reckon a couple of years, these will have their very own grapes. And those side shoots are only going to go in the compost bin anyway. Definitely worth time taking a few cuttings. Okay, so keeping with the theme of cuttings, I've decided it's time to take some softwood fig tree cuttings. Go to the tree and look for the branches which look strong, healthy, which got the new growth on it, and generally are as straight as possible. Some of them have a little kink in them, but because these are softwood, you can actually straighten them up a little bit. You follow them down, take it past the leaf node, and then just snip it off. Okay, so what I've got here, I've taken 3 altogether. As I say, literally, you just strip the leaves off. If there's any fruit left on, such as this one, obviously just take that off as well. We don't want to leave any fruit on any cutting, and strip them back. So you have basically a couple of leaves left on. The plant itself still needs to be able to do a bit of photosynthesis and take in some light and energy from the sun. It's also handy if you get one with a bud on top, because that can then grow up and out. But as you take the leaves off, it's leaving a bit of a like a wound in the plant itself. Now, if this takes, then the roots will come out of here. So very similar to how we did the grapevine cuttings. Nice gritty compost, or seed and cutting compost I like to use. So there's not much goodness in this. This then makes the plant produce the roots, because if there's tons of goodness in that, it wouldn't have to do much. So you've got to really make the plant start growing. And just like I did with the grapevine, I go along the side, and push that in nice and deep. This one, a bit bigger, lots of like where I stripped off all the leaves, giving him 3, nice big bud on top. And also I'm just going to push him right down the side. And the last one, here we go. Push him in, firm around it. I'll give them a little water, and that is as easy as it is. Hopefully, if they take, such as this is one I did last year. And here we go. So there's the actual cutting itself. And then here's the new growth. This has all been this year, and this is now its own plant. I could probably lift this out. There you go. Whole new plant. You can see that root system. That is a new fig tree, which I'll be able to plant out next year. As I say, I'll just water this one in, put them somewhere bright but shady. No direct sunlight. Don't want them to dry out. We put it around the back of the greenhouse, probably in the shady spot. And then that will become, hopefully, 3 new brown turkey fig trees. Okay, thanks for watching everyone. Hope you enjoyed this week's video. Plenty going on. It was a bit of a bumper edition, so thank you very much for watching. If you still haven't subscribed, please hit that button now. Every new subscriber really helps. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you how to grow a dog's bottom. So stick around for that one. That'll be coming out probably in the next few days. And also I'll be giving you the latest update on my home garden, well, my house extension. So I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.